Rolling. So Victoria, it's good to meet you. Thanks for doing that. So you're pretty incredible. Like I didn't know anything about public banking when I was 12 or 13. I mean, like, how did you get to be on like such a intense subject like public banking?
Well, I had a speech coming up for school, and I didn't have a topic yet, and my dad had been studying economics for a bit, like quite a while, and I didn't have a topic, so we would kind of talk about it after dinner and stuff. So I was like, why don't we do this? This is like an interesting topic. So from then I watched documentaries and with my family, and we would like go through all the steps of what it means, and then from there on, like, I put it into my own words and then wrote the speech, and that's kind of how I started learning about it.
And like, you're a really confident speaker. I mean, you said you did this for like, it was a speech class in school, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, as far as, you know, like the whole situation in Canada compared to how it is in the United States, I mean, how different are these issues perceived up there than they are down here from your own experience?
I'm actually not really that sure. I haven't really been to America that much.
Right.
I've only been here like for Philadelphia when I did my first speech, so I actually don't know a lot about that yet. So I have to look into it more.
Well, I mean, as far as in Canada, like, is Canada on the track of, you know, doing something like public banking, monetary reform?
Probably not. Yeah.
The government up there is a little jacked up, but well, because I was really curious, because I mean, you seem to be really well spoken, and you know, you've got a lot of personality. I mean, are you able to like get your friends as fired up about this issue as you are? Like, can you just like strike up a conversation with your classmates?
They're probably not as interested in this topic as I am. So like, if it happens to come up, they'll kind of like just start talking about it, and we'll be like, yeah, this is like kind of what happens, and they're like, oh really, I didn't know that. So like, sometimes they're like, okay, what is this about? And I'm like, yeah.
Well, in your speech from last year, it went viral all over the world, like I think 3 million views or something like that?
Something like that.
Something like that? Like, what was it like to see your message and your speech like spread to like literally a worldwide audience and everybody watching it all over the world?
It was like, this is crazy. Like, I've never been on YouTube, so it was just like, I really had no idea so many people were into this, because like I hadn't really studied this before. So it was like, this is crazy. So many people are actually interested in this, and then from there, like, once I started, like, when I went down to Philadelphia and I did my first speech there, then all the interviews started happening, and then it's like, most people are actually really interested in this, and then from there it's like, okay, if it can get like 3 million hits on YouTube, we can like possibly end up changing the world.
Well, and you know, speaking of changing the world, like, I mean, I feel like Stephen Harper, like, he could probably learn a lot from you. I mean, I don't know if they've reached out to you yet or not, or if you've gotten to meet with the Prime Minister, but I mean, if there was like one thing you could say to, you know, Prime Minister Harper or the people in Parliament, you know, what would that be?
I am only 13, so like, I wouldn't really know what to say, but he could probably like start researching this, and like, he probably knows a little bit about it, but yeah, I wouldn't really know what to say.
Well, and you're 13, I mean, I'm 26, I'd like to say we're in the same generation, maybe on the cusp, but I mean, do you feel like our generation has a lot to gain from public banking, like if it goes through, I mean, and simultaneously, like, do we have a lot at stake if the status quo prevails?
Oh, definitely. Like, if this game, our world is not going to get any better if we don't change this. Like, it's going to get worse than it is now. So, like, we have to do something about it.
Now, you know, we've seen, and you gave a great speech today about global poverty and like how the banks cause that. I mean, do you feel that this process continues, like, and as things continue to worsen, like as you grow older? I mean, are you optimistic that people more along our age lines will start to wake up and, you know, realize that everything's a mistake?
We can only hope. If people like start to research this topic more and more, and more people like maybe see my video on YouTube, and like, if we can convince people, like, if we can get people to open their eyes to what's happening, we could end up like helping ourselves.
Well, and real quick, you mentioned some documentaries that you watched in preparation for your speech last year. And what were some of those documentaries that you watched that you would recommend to other people?
There was one by Bill Abrams. There was the O Canada movie. That was one that I watched over and over. And for this one, there was my recent speech on poverty. There was The End of Poverty. I think one called What is Poverty, and then there was one about Indonesia. So they're actually for poverty. There wasn't as much as like for the actual banking issue, but there was some good documentaries out there.
Cool. Well, hey, Victoria, thanks a lot for talking to me. I sure appreciate it. Best of luck to you.